good, YouTube? Alright, so today we're going to be making a video over fragrances. Again, I'm not doing the editing. I can't edit yet, bro. We're going to figure it out. I'm going to learn those like my New Year's, even though it's not even the New Year. But whatever. So yeah, today's going to be over fragrances, a complete guide to all your fragrance needs for back to school or just smelling good in general. Y'all know what I mean. But yeah, this is basically just going to be me yapping about fragrances, showing y'all different fragrances that I own, where you can get fragrances. I got a method for y'all if y'all stick to the end of the video on how to get free fragrance. I mean, so serious. It might cost you like $4 or something, and it retails like 30. But I'm telling you, it is the method. I will show you guys in a second. But first, I want to go over the 3 types of fragrances, all right? So let me just pull those out real quick, and I will be right back. 3 main types of fragrances in front of me. We got cheap fragrances, designer fragrances, and dupe fragrances. Now, there is a 4th type of fragrance called niche fragrances, which are kind of like Instagram brands of like fragrance world. So like they're gonna range a lot. Like one niche brand might be really long longevity and very expensive, but one might be very cheap and poor longevity, or very good longevity too. Like they range. They're not very wide scale. Like they really could be like in between any of these. But let's get into this one first. So niche ones are basically a wild card. I don't have any of those. Those are not on the table right now. This is a cheap, this is designer, this is a dupe. Cheap ones are usually non-branded, like Valentino, Dior, Louis Vuitton. Like this one I got from Target. Like how this is a fragrance, it's the same brand that made this t-shirt, seriously. Like I got both these things from Target. It's like Target brand, kind of like, you know how like there's a generic brand of something? It's kind of like that. So this isn't a designer, but some designers that aren't like really like big fragrance designers that aren't like known to have fragrances or anything, like Guess, or like smaller designers like Guess, do also make fragrances that could fall into the cheap fragrance category, just because they have poor longevity and they're on the cheaper side, and they're not like as well known like designer fragrances that you'd see in like Sephora. Like you would never see like this in Sephora, or this, but we'll get to this too. And then next we have designer fragrances. These are the type of fragrances you'd see in like Sephora or in Ulta. These are typically made by large brands and probably cost the most out of any of these relatively. This actually got a discounter, but we'll get on to where to buy these in discounters in a second. But these ones typically have a long range of performance, but they're typically not going to be around less than 2 hours, while these ones could be all the way from 1 hour to 2 hours, almost like a body spray, like a body mist, like how this tone one, these tone ones, these are little samplers. But yeah, these can almost be like equal longevity, but a lot of the times the cheap ones will have slightly better, just because it is in the cologne section and they have like things in them to make them last longer than so far this. Like that's why this has such like a large atomizer. Wow, that just failed to spray. Get that way. It smells good though. I actually really like that. But yeah, so this you will see at like a Sephora or Ulta. Its longevity ranges, and they're probably going to be the most expensive out of the 3. Now, finally, we have dupes. Now, dupes are brands typically from the Middle East, like we could say Cod Lodge, Lattafa, which is this one. This is Lattafa Kamarkama. Very complicated names. Lattafa, Mykonos, Cod Lodge, like I just said. Some other stuff. My mind's blanking though right now, but yeah. These ones you are not going to find anywhere but online, except maybe if you go to the mall. Ooh, Afnan. But yeah, if you go to the mall, you can probably find a store with a bunch of like Middle Eastern fragrances and other stuff like that are cheap. Like they might be like $30 to $40, and these are usually having around 8 hours of projection, all the way to like 12 hours of projection. While this could have 12, or it could have like 4 or 3. So these ones are typically the best deal because they don't have a name brand, so they're not upcharging it, and they are going to always a little bit upcharge it so they can make a profit. But you guys know what I mean. It's not like a name brand upcharge, like, oh, it's Dior, make it $300 type thing or whatever. Like a Louis Vuitton fragrance is like $500, and they're literally no different than like this, or this. Like, this I got for $30, but again, we'll get to how I got this for $30 later. Like, this is literally $120 fragrance retail, but we'll get to that later. I don't think you can really find these in stores anymore, though. So I think really you have to, like, go online to find these. And you could only get them for, like, pretty cheap nowadays. But, like, when this first came out, it was, like, 120, 130, something like that. Retail. In, like, Sephora's and Ulta's. But these typically have long longevity. They last a long... I literally just said the same thing. Long longevity and long longevity. Like, what am I doing, bro? And they typically cost way less than these because they don't have a specific name brand. Well, they do, but it's not like a designer type thing, which is why they're a lot cheaper. But yeah, that's a good rundown on the 3 main types of fragrances. Alright guys, here we go at the first website. So first we got Aura Fragrance. I'm telling you, this is where you are going to find the cheapest fragrances possible compared to anywhere else. Now the issue with this place is that it usually has very limited supply on select fragrances, which is also why if something is sold out, you can go here and you can hit email when back in stock. Now that will be very helpful when you're racing for some fragrances that you want that retails like $160 and you can find on other discounters for like $110, but it's like always in stock because they can have bigger profit margins on it. So Aura Fragrance, you are going to find the best price things, but they are going to be hard to find. Now, let me find an example of a niche fragrance for you guys. Mancera. This is a niche fragrance. It is a little bit on the cheaper side. As you guys can see, it's $82 compared to like some designers being like around that price. So it is going to be kind of cheaper, and it is going to have a pretty good variety of performance levels. But I have heard some good things, and I have heard some bad things about Mancera. I have heard they're very mid, and some people say that they're, like, obsessed with, like, French Riviera or Red Tobacco, the one we're on right now. But yeah, that's just one example of a niche fragrance. But coming back to the website, we have Coach Green here. This is the one that I showed you guys before. Now, prices are inflating on fragrances in general. Like, for example, when I bought this, wow, that's weird. The tester is more expensive than the regular. I got the tester, so it came with the more plain box, and it was actually cheaper at the time. But this one, when I bought it, it was $23. Now it is $34. So that's proof fragrances are getting more expensive. So, yeah, guys. It's an investment. Totally, guys. It was an investment. It was an investment all along. I can sell it now for more. But, yeah, this is going to be the first website. They do have free shipping over orders of $70 and 5% off of orders over $500. Now, I would not go for a target of $500 if you want 5% off. You can clearly see by the discounts that they're kind of working with, like, some thin margins here, which is why they have such, like, limited stock. So this really is the place where you're going to find the best bang for your buck when it comes to fragrances. But, yeah, if you want a fragrance, go here, check here if it's there, and then hit email for when it's stock, and then just wait for it to be in stock. It might take a couple months, but trust me, it's going to be better, probably, than buying it on their site. But I will show you guys a couple other sites that you could buy from if you really don't want to wait for Aura Fragrance to restock. I'll show you guys, like, just one more, because really this place is, like, all you're going to need. And then I'll tell you a couple sites not to buy from. Alright, guys, for our next website, we got fragrance.net. Now, this place is going to have a lot more availability and selection than Aura Fragrance, but it is going to be slightly more expensive. So, if you do want to just hurry up and get your first fragrance, well, if you're getting your first fragrance, again, I'll show you what to do at the end of the video on how to get one for practically free. It's actually insane. I don't know how nobody's talked about this method yet, but it's actually crazy. But I'll get to that later. But this place is basically just like it's just a very large selection of fragrances. And they do have a subscription club here that you can join for $7. And it will, after the first month, it's going to be $13 or $14, I think, which is a lot better than other subscription sites like Scentbird, which I will get into later. This is going to be a lot better deal, and it has a lot more designer options. Scentbird does have some, like, niche stuff that is kind of interesting. It's still not worth it though. Like, and a lot of times they'll make you pay premium prices. Like, guys, imagine paying $30 for a 10 ml bottle of something that goes for $100 retail of 100 ml. You just like paid for a third of the fragrance, and that's at like retail prices. They're probably buying it for half retail. So let's say they bought it for 50. You just bought a tenth of it for $30. What are we doing, guys? Don't buy from Scentbird. Scentbird upcharges like crazy, but I will get there in a second. But this place will have a large selection of designer fragrances in their subscription thing. I did the first month. I got 10 ml of Coral Fantasy for like $7. 100 ml retails like $160. So that means like if I were to get retail cost, it would be like $16 for a 10 ml. But they don't sell it for retail cost here. They sell it for like $110 here, which I'm pretty sure that 10 ml, yeah, that 10 ml was still technically per milliliter, it was cheaper than if I bought the 100 ml on the site, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. So I do highly recommend doing 1 month and then instantly canceling it of the fragrance.net purple subscription. It is a pretty good deal, pretty good bang for your buck. All right, guys, now we do have Scentbird here. Now, I do like their packaging, I'll say that, but this place, you can probably already tell from this, it's very gimmicky. It's resubscribe and get a free scent. I did do a trick where I unsubscribed and resubscribed 5 times to get 50% off each month. It was low-key scummy, and it was also low-key worth it. So, haha, Scentbird, get cooked. But yeah, that did used to work. I think now they replaced it with a free scent, so I still have to pay like $20 for one fragrance and whatever the hell this is that they probably got a whole 100 ml for $20 for. But yeah, this is like, it's not good, bro. Like, I got some Blockade stuff. It's just not good. And all their main, like, full sale fragrances that are full priced are all about retail prices. They really don't have any discounter sites. Like, this is not a discounter site, guys. This really is, like, where you first come when you hear about, like, I want to get into fragrances. And you go Scentbird, and then you get scammed for, like, 5 months until you realize, like, there are so many better ways to do this. So, if this is your first time looking at fragrances, I highly recommend just skipping this entire step and just going to discounter sites immediately and buying full bottles, or going to that other fragrance website that I showed you, FragranceNet, and doing just that 1 month of that fragrance subscription. Alright guys, now I am going to tell you how to get like a basically free fragrance off of Whatnot. Now the one I did get was this. This is Zara Chrome I got for $5 when it is $25 retail before shipping and tax. So it really is a good deal. Also, if you can find a Zara Chrome while you're on not Depop. Man, I can't stop thinking about Depop, bro. It's too good. But a Zara Chrome is a great one to pick up off of Whatnot. It's just a clean, soapy scent. But yeah, and I will have a more descriptive guide of like types of fragrances, like notes. Maybe not notes, but like seasons, what fragrances you should wear and should not wear, and stuff like that. Like at certain times. But like you should, if you like a fragrance, wear the fragrance. But that's the main thing. Just enjoy your fragrances. But the things you're going to need to get a free fragrance, basically free fragrance, is you're going to first need to download the Whatnot app. And you're going to need to put in your info. So your like billing information and your addresses and all that and stuff like that, all the jazz. And then they will give you a $20 coupon for your first purchase thing and a free shipping coupon. So when they give you that, you're going to just go on Whatnot and basically do what I'm about to tell you. Alright guys, so here we are on Whatnot. Now, I don't really like Whatnot as an app because it is kind of just like a bunch of slop sellers on here, not gonna lie. But like they're not scammers, but it's just kind of like weird and awkward to shop on here, not gonna lie. I'd much rather just buy off of a website. But so it's going to be a slight hassle to do this. It might take you a couple hours or two to try and find the deal you want.
Here we go.
Devotion for a random gift express, wherever the hell this is.
Second shot.
Auction.
Go.
So this is an auction right here, and you see the little thing under there that says bid.
This is not a $44 item, guys. Go.
Go.
For the man's 100 bigger, go. 100 bigger, go. 3,
but
2,
under
1
the
chat.
bid
And what a
bar
pickup, guys.
that
100
shows
big,
right
gotta go.
there,
Go.
you're going
100
to see
big shit.
something
Happy
that
shit,
should
guys. Go.
say
3,
free shipping.
2,
It should
1
say a free
chat.
shipping
And what a
coupon
pickup, one go.
and $20
big,
off
gotta
your
go.
first order. It
Go.
should show two
3,
things underneath that
2,
bid bar.
big,
Now, if those are not there, I
gotta
guess
chat.
they got rid of the
Go.
thing. But
Devotion,
when I
100 guys.
when I
Big,
did this
guys.
about a
Go.
month ago,
Go. Very big,
that's how it
go.
showed up for
3,
me. And there are
2, 1
giveaways, so
chat.
if you
This
do
is not a
want to try
$35
win some
item
stuff and
chat.
just like
It's
chill,
gonna go.
you can
Dodge
enter a
devotion,
bunch
guys.
of
100
fragrance
very big,
giveaways
gotta
on
go.
here. Eventually, you
3,
probably will win
2,
something.
1 chat.
This is one of the
What a
like
pickup,
most
guys. It's gonna
popular
go.
fragrance
Dodge your devotion, guys. 100
creators
very
on
big,
here,
gotta
I
go.
think, because I swear I see
3,
this guy live
2,
every single time I
shut it
come
down.
on here.
Max, and
But if you use that
gone,
$20 coupon and the free
devotion,
shipping thing,
100 very big, gotta go.
you literally, let's say
2,
I bought this for
1
$19,
and
like it was
gone,
bidding
gonna
up
go.
to $19.
Dodge your
I
devotion, guys.
swiped,
100
and
very
I was
big,
the
gotta
last one to
go.
get it.
100 guys, go.
Then the
3,
$20 coupon
2,
would kick in,
1
and then I would only
and
have to pay
what a
taxes.
pickup. Now,
So I think taxes on this, because I think I bought it for
ladies,
23.
I'm
so
gonna
I'd
give
pay
you 2
$3
seconds on
plus
this one,
taxes.
chat. Ladies,
And yeah, that
swipe
came out to
out.
like 25
2
or
fucking
like
seconds.
24 or
Devotion.
something.
Out
So
there
then after
from
minus the 20,
brand
it
new
came
see
out to
about
like
30
$5.
ladies
I think I
chat.
paid like
Everyone,
$5.30
2
or something like that.
fucking
It was
seconds
insane,
only.
and I was like,
So
wow, I just found a
everyone,
cheat code.
swipe
So yeah,
go.
try finding like a more
Go.
fresh blue
2,
type of fragrance
1,
in the
and
100 ml.
look at that.
And buy it from
$15
a
chat.
pretty
You
reputable
gotta be fast
seller.
on this one, guys.
Because you
Lock
don't
in.
want to
Go.
get scammed on here. Because I haven't really seen anything like that, because I feel like it'd be a waste of time if you don't really have a following to go on this thing. Because like if you have like no subscribers and you just pop on here, like you might have like 2 viewers, and they might not even be bidding. They might just be trying to freaking just chill, you know? Like it'd be kind of a waste of time. So most of the people on Whatnot are going to be reputable sellers. I haven't really seen anybody that like got scammed on Whatnot really ever. But it will be a slight hustle to get your free or almost free fragrance. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please like and subscribe. It helps me out. We're on the way to 100 right now. I got 4. I just finished filming, not finished filming, but finished filming the intro for the this other video I'm about to release, which is going to be a video over going to Plato's Closet and selling some of my clothes there, which is why if you saw a bunch of clothes on the ground, that was from me filming that and showing all y'all guys what I was about to sell. So that video should be coming out in a couple days. But yeah, thanks for being here, guys, and I hope you guys find a way to get that free fragrance. Not a way, but you know, you guys get your free fragrance off Whatnot. So that is a great way to get your first starter fragrance.